Hello, my butterfly beauties, and welcome. If you are new, my name is Charlen, and on this channel, we discuss everything beauty, fragrance, and lifestyle. So if you like my style, why don't you subscribe and you stay a while? TJ Maxx got me again, you guys. So I want to share a haul with you today, some more perfume and body care items, some sand and fog items that I was able to put my hands on. Also, I want to do a follow-up on some of the last purchases that I did from TJ Maxx so I can let you guys know how I'm feeling about those. We're going to do some first impressions on some of these perfumes, some of these oils. So if all of that sounds good to you, then just stay tuned. So first off, a couple of things that I wanted to do follow-ups on, and that was one of the Miics that I picked up, and this was the number 166. I got it in this 1.7 and 3.4 ounce. They have a 20% oil concentrations in these. When I originally hauled these two with you, I thought this was the oil and this was the perfume. And it turns out both of these are perfumes. This is just the, like I said, this is the 1.7 ounce. This is the 3.4 ounce. What do I think about this one? This one is supposed to be the inspiration of the Young Bougie from Charlen. And what I can tell you about this is it does give you, I resprayed it on my hand. It does give you some light marshmallows. It has some coconut in here, some vanilla in here. But I am not getting like a strong strawberry scent in here. It may be in there, but it's not even listed as a note on their information. They have listed marshmallows, vanilla, coconut, freesia, orange blossom, and musk. And when you spray this, I smell the marshmallow, I smell some coconut, I smell the vanilla. And the orange blossom is there, but it's not very dominant. So this is a beautiful, sweet, vanilla, coconutty marshmallow scent. If the strawberry is in there, it's very light. I'm mostly getting this. It's very light compared to the other inspirations I have of the Young Bougie. It is giving you the marshmallows. It is giving you the sweetness, but I'm getting more of the vanilla and the coconut in here versus any strawberry in any of the orange blossom. And it does have the muskiness about it. So do I like it? I do like it. I am going to continue to use it. So 166 on there is a strong like. Is it a love? I'll have to play with it more to see. But for right now, my follow-up for this, I'm kind of disappointed that I got two perfumes. I wish this was the oil like I thought it was. I just didn't read close enough because it does say Eau perfume on there. But I digress. One of the other things I wanted to follow up on was this Sand and Fog. This is the Sweet Rose. This is the one that is that Delina inspiration. This is beautiful. The projection and the longevity on this oil is amazing. So if you want that sweet rose with the kick, you're going to love this. This is definitely giving you that Delina exclusive inspiration. And for those who don't know, Sweet Rose has bergamot, lemon, pear, incense, rose, geranium, rose again, leather, and Davana. And then it has benzoin, vanilla, musk, amber, and citrus. So Sweet Rose, I highly recommend. It is beautiful and it projects and it's long lasting. The other one that I highly do recommend is this Vanilla Musk from Sand and Fog as well. Vanilla Musk is that Nest Madagascar vanilla inspiration. And this one is another one that I highly do recommend. It is beautiful. This one has icy sugar powder, coconut anise, vanilla orchid, vanilla powder, amber, vanilla, and musk. This is your one that you can layer with, like, put this on everything. You want something on your base to help make your perfumes last longer? Use this one. This one is one that you can put on just about everything. It is beautiful. I've been loving this. And I don't know how many of the vanilla musk. It's like every time I go in there, if I see vanilla musk, I'm going to grab it because it's just that good. So for me, vanilla musk, sweet rose so far are hits. Love them. Highly recommend them. So let's go to some of the items that I picked up this go around. So one of the ones that is a duplicate that I added was this Sand and Fog Just Peachy. So I did see this again. So I got another one of these. This is that Fleur Peach Skin Oil. Love it. You guys know that peach for me can go hit or miss. So once I realized this went very well with my skin chemistry, when I saw it, I went ahead and picked it up, you guys. So peach, this one is Just Peachy. This one is a very good one. So this is a backup. So another one that I end up getting was this Rosewood. So this is another Sand and Fog perfume oil here, you guys. And so this one is another rose set, but you're like, well, what's the difference between this one and the Sweet Rose? Because both of these are roses with a kick, whereas the other one was that Delina exclusive inspiration. This is Initio's Atomic Rose inspiration. So this is another heavy rose, deep, warm rose scent with another kick, but it has some other elements to it. So let me tell you about the notes, because this is more rich, like more velvety. It has pink pepper, bergamot, black currant in the top notes, rose and jasmine in the mid, and Madagascar vanilla and amber. So it doesn't have like that incense. It doesn't have like that leather or anything in there like the other one does. This one, I put it on my arm, and well, let me tell you, these oils have been on my skin now again, because I put them on here getting ready for this video, and the aroma that is encircling me right now. I am smelling them all. I'm smelling some of the peach. I'm smelling some of the rosewood. I'm smelling some of the other one I'm fixing to get to in a second. Beautiful, beautiful. This is your rose with a kick as far as the pink pepper in there. It has some warmth to it. It has some slight sweetness about it, but it is heavy with the rose and the jasmine. So I love this one. This is another great one that is going to be good for layering. So we picked up Rosewood. So what else did I score while in TJ Maxx? I scored some more perfume oils from Sand and Fog. I was super excited this day when I saw these in here. So I did not get them all, but I did get 3 of them. Because once I saw what scent it was, I went on ahead and got it. Because if you know me, you know I'm a coconut girly. Give me the tropical scents and I'm going to love it. So this is Coconut Cream. This is inspired by Rosie Jane Missy. Missy has a tropical nature about it. So let me tell you more about Coconut Cream, because these are the 1.7. And it says on their site, I'm going to read what it says for you guys. Indulge in the tropical allure of Coconut Cream, a perfume oil that envelops you in a creamy, sun-kissed embrace. Fresh notes of coconut water and sweet orange transports you to a beachside paradise, while soft hints of peach and jasmine add a touch of floral elegance. The warm base of sandalwood and sugar lingers on your skin, creating a lasting impression of irresistible sweetness and warmth, perfect for those who crave a luxurious escape in every drop. Elevate your everyday moments with the luxurious perfume oil available exclusively from Sand and Fog. You guys, I almost picked up Missy from Rosie Jane because they just had it on sale. Was it at Sephora? They had the fragrance on sale. You know, Ulta and Sephora is doing their back and forth sales. Sephora, Ulta just finished up their Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. And of course, Sephora piggybacked on that. And Sephora is about to do their spring savings event the beginning of April. And I'll stay tuned to the video about that, because I'm going to do a video showing my recommendations for that. 20% off 15, 10, whatever your tier is with Sephora. It's coming soon. But literally, Ulta just literally ended their 21 days of beauty plus their bonus day, which was yesterday. And today, they're doing a 20% off their stuff for everybody. So, you know, Sephora only gives you the 20% off if you're a Rouge member. Well, Ultra's like, we're going to give it to everybody. So they're currently doing a 20% off right now. And it's going to end, I think it ends the day of or the next day after the Sephora event starts. Like April the 4th, April the 5th or something is what I saw. I'll put it up on the screen if I see where it was showing that. I'll pop it up on the screen. But yes, they're currently doing their 20% off. Prestige and fragrance is also included because sometimes, you know, they try to say only on the other brands. But yeah, everything. So 20% off. They're in their store right now and they're giving it to everybody. And you know, the Sephora Savers event is going to be starting soon. Well, Sephora piggybacked on Ulta and was doing all kind of sales during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. Not only some of the items that Ulta carries, but they put other things that they have on, you know, brands that they have in their store 50% off too. Like I know I saw like Clean Reserve, Ellis Brooklyn, they was doing all the things. And I didn't look on there every day to see what they were doing because I would be in like some big trouble if I was buying all the things I was seeing and wanting. But I say all that to say, I saw Missy on sale and I had it in my cart for a hot minute and I went back and forth on it, I left it in my cart. I was going to get it, but then I decided not to get it. But this coconut cream is the inspiration of Missy by Rosie Jane. It smells delightful. I know I am going to love on this. And reason why I was on the fence about getting the Rosie Jane, other than also my wallet, is because Rosie Jane, I have found their scents doesn't last very long. Like the projection of it isn't very strong. But I do know from my experience so far with the Sand and Fog that these perfume oils have good longevity and good projection. So it's like I kind of scratched the itch without having to get the perfume. So we'll see would I ever get the perfume to add to these, because I do like to have the matching items to these oils, but we'll see about that. But coconut cream, this is smelling gorgeous. If you love coconut, you need that one. All right, so the last Sand and Fog item I picked up was this Balinese coconut. So if you know, you know. This one, let's see what it smells like, because I have not smelled this yet other than smelling it a little bit in store. But I want to get my nose on this to see what I think about this one. Yeah. This smells beautiful. And these have those, it has the little shimmers in it. So these will be great. It has a little shimmer in there, if you see that. And I was on the fence about getting this one because of that. But it's perfect for the summertime. This scent, the Balinese coconut, you guys know I love the coconut. And this has, I'm looking on the paper, and it has some silver and blue reflex in it. And it's giving you that nice, sweet coconut and vanilla. It smells gorgeous. It smells gorgeous. So I can even layer these two together, and they would do very well together now that I'm thinking about it. But this is beautiful. Loving it. Everything that is on me, I am loving. So Sand and Fog so far for me has been a hit. I am loving everything that I have picked up from them so far. All right, so let's get to the items that I hauled this time around. So I picked up 2 fragrances from this Sugar Societies. So I picked up Marshmallow Fluff and Dubai Chocolate. I've heard several people talking about these fragrances, And I said, you know what? When I see them in store, I'm going to try to get my nose on them and see what I think about them. So let's start with this first one here with just Marshmallow Fluff. It has like a macaroon looking top on it. So that is Marshmallow Fluff. This one says that it has top notes of sweet vanilla and light sugar, heart notes of heavy cream fondant and vanilla absolute, and base of powdered sugar and salt vanilla. So let's see what we think of this. Let's see what Marshmallow Fluff is giving. Now this brand, I have never heard about this brand, but they say that they like to take desserts and turn them into fragrances from what I understand about them. This is a nice, sweet, creamy, sugary, marshmallowy scent. So like it says, Marshmallow Fluff. It's kind of like I put my nose into a bag of powdered sugar. It's what I'm picking up on. It's like I'm getting a bag of powdered sugar, or even those marshmallows that has the powdered on top, even a bag of those. That's what I'm getting from this. It has a little warmth about it too, but that's what I'm picking up. Just some nice marshmallowy, sugary scent. So this is going to layer with so many things. It can layer very well with quite a few things. It's not doing too much, but it's doing just enough. Like I said, this will layer with so many things. I mean, you can wear it by itself too. But if you want to just add a little sugariness, a little marshmallow to a scent, this isn't giving any particular fruit or anything like that. So it's not giving me Young Bougie or nothing like that. This is just your straight marshmallow scent. So like it says, Marshmallow Fluff, that's what you're getting. Some warmth, some powderiness, some sweetness, marshmallows. That's what this is giving. So Marshmallow Fluff smells delicious. We'll see. I'm trying to figure out, you guys, my April tray. So I'm going through things that I've hauled. Like I just picked these items up, so I wanted to haul these with you. And I'm trying to get an idea of what I want to put on my April tray. So some of these items may make it to my April tray. We shall see. I have another video coming up on some fragrances, some designer fragrances that I did pick up, and I'm trying to decide if I want to add any of those to my tray. So be sure you're subscribed to the channel. Give me a big thumbs up, you know. Do all the YouTube things. Hype the video if you enjoy content like this. But let's get on back to the rest of these. This next one from them is called Dubai Chocolate. Dubai Chocolate is the one that has chocolate, kunafa accord, pistachio cream, tonka bean absolute, and Madagascar vanilla. So let's see. That was marshmallow. So let's see here what this one is giving. And I'll come back to those strips as we go along to see if I'm smelling anything else from them as they're drying down. But yeah, this is supposed to have the Sicilian. I didn't mention Sicilian bergamot and pistachio in the top notes. You are definitely getting the pistachio in this top note. Yeah, but I'm also definitely getting some chocolate. Yeah, this Sugar Societies is interesting because this says Dubai Chocolate, right? So this is supposed to be transporting you to that. And I don't know what that Kunafa Accord is, but I can tell this has some warmth about it. And that chocolate note is very good in here. I also do enjoy tonka in fragrances because it kind of gives you that nice depth and warmth and sweetness as well. Yeah, this is like a deep, rich chocolate that is smoothed out with the pistachio in here. This is beautiful. So them saying that they want to transform the classic dessert scents into fragrances, but make it sophisticated. This isn't like, it's a gourmand, but it's not like, it still has a perfumey element to it. So it's not straight up like you're eating the dessert. Oh, this smells delicious. This chocolate scent in here smells delicious. And I don't have a lot of chocolate perfumes in my collection, so I'm actually pretty happy that I picked this up. So let me continue to let it dry down and do its thing, and we'll come back to it. But right now, this is a love for me. I'm actually loving both of those, so very nice. One of the other things that I did pick up, you guys, was Yara. So Yara was in my collection. I took Yara out of my, well, I gave it to a friend because they really love this scent, and I wasn't really using it too much because I kind of lean more towards my Paris Corner Kiss of Pink, even though they're not the same fragrance, but for some reason. But girl, when I picked up that Yara body spray, I was so much in love with it. I'm like, who do I need Yara back in my collection? And some of y'all was in the comments like, yes, girl, you need Yara back in your collection. So I saw this 2-pack. These are, what size is this? This is their 1.7 ounce. So pretty much 2 of them is going to give you a 3.4 ounce. But I thought it was kind of cool that they gave you a twin pack like this. But this was cool. So you get a 2-pack. 2-pack of Yara. So I'm super happy to have this back in my collection. So let me show you. This is what it looks like in this smaller size. So Yara is back in the collection, and we shall see. Should I add that one back to the tray? Should I add that to my April tray? We shall see. But we already know about Yara. This is already a love. This is already a love. So just let you see that she's back. She's back. She's made it back. So this other one that I did pick up is from The Good Scent. You know, this brand has been surprising me from TJ Maxx. So when I saw a couple of different scents in the store, I love this bottle. But then I also love the notes on this one. And this one is called Blueberry Jasmine Prosecco. Yes. Isn't that bottle gorgeous? It's giving me the spring vibes. It says it has jasmine in it. So I say, well, let's give it a try. So they normally put their notes on the back of the fragrance. For those who don't know, they do put their notes on the back. So let me tell you what it says. It says top notes of sweet blueberry and blackberry. Another reason why I picked it up. Mid note of refreshing lemon and jasmine, and base of light amber and sandalwood. So all the notes in here spoke to me, and I'm thinking the lemon is in here is what's giving it that Prosecco vibe. So let's see. Let's see what we think of this one. The atomizers on this are very good too. The citrus in here is giving it a nice freshness about it. But I am picking up on the berries as well. And the jasmine in here, I am picking up on very well. So I'm getting some berries. I'm getting a nice freshness, like a zestiness from the lemon that's in here. But it's not doing too much. But like it says, it is refreshing. It's giving that freshness. And so that's why I'm believing they call this Prosecco. Because the berries are in there, but they're not doing, like, they're not predominant. But you do smell the refreshing citrus, the lemon in here. and you are smelling the jasmine in here. This is going to be a perfect for spring scent. Yeah, let's let that continue to dry down. But so far, this is a strong like. This is a strong like so far. So let me continue to move along. We got 3 other items that I hauled that I want to go over. One of them I pulled out because I hauled it with you guys last time, but I want to finally open it up and do my first impressions on it because I picked up another one of those. But let's look at this next one. This is Laura Mercier Almond Coconut. I picked this up because of the name. I love almond. I love coconut. I'm like, if they did that right, this is going to be really good. This is a super cute bottle. So when I looked this up, because I didn't even know Laura Mercier even did any perfumes. And the favorite product I have from them beauty-wise, makeup-wise, is their loose setting powder. But when you look up on their site, the Laura Mercier site, it says Laura's fragrance inspiration combines 2 of her favorite notes. Like 2 of mine too. But 2 of her favorite notes to create a unique interpretation all her own. Inspired by the aroma of almond and coconut, Laura Mercier created this seductive, warm, and comforting blend of aromas. So it says, discover succulent notes of coconut, almond, and vanilla combined with heliotrope and musk for a rich, sensual, and alluring experience. So let's see, because they also say they added vanilla and heliotrope in here, along with some musk. So that's your other notes. So let's see. This has a light, airy mister on it. All right, so this is giving me a beautiful blend. This has a nice sweetness about it. The almond and coconut in here, neither one of them is overpowering the other one. It's like they're blended very nicely. This is nice. It's not giving me like gourmand in the sense of a dessert or anything like this. It's just a perfect balance of that almond note with the sweet. It's got a sweet coconut scent. This is nice. This is beautiful. I definitely will wear it. I probably will wear this fall, winter, spring, probably more so right now during this spring season, but I can see you getting away with this in the fall and winter time as well. Let's let that continue to dry down on here and develop. Right now it's beautiful, so we'll see what it continues to do. All right, so the next one I picked up was Elizabeth Arden. This is 5th Avenue, NYC Love. All right, so someone had one of these open, and so I smelt it. But it was missing the price tag on it, so I had to get another one. But anyways, this was a very reasonable price on this one, because this thing, when you look on the Elizabeth Arden site, it goes for $65, and in TJ Maxx it was $16.99. So let's see what this is giving, because just smelling it in store, it smelled very beautiful. This is what it looks like here. I've never tried any of the Elizabeth Arden perfumes, so this is going to be new for me. So this one says that it 5th Avenue NYC Love layers a bouquet of peony, orange blossom, and gardenia over notes of sandalwood and patchouli with a hint of green pear and mandarin oil. It is a beautiful enveloping scent that channels exhilarating love. It says it's supposed to be fun, romantic, and modern. So let's see. That cap is on there very tight. All right, let's see what this one is giving. All right, you immediately smell the freshness, like a fresh pear scent with some citrus. So you are getting that in the top notes. You are getting a burst of fresh pear and citrus. But the pear is not a heavy pear scent. It's just a light pear scent, but it's giving more of the burst of freshness. And then that citrus in there is just adding to it, giving it some brightness. And it's going right into the florals. So you definitely getting the peony, and I do smell the gardenia in here right away. Yeah, I'm getting brightness, freshness. I'm getting some florals from the gardenia and the peony. And I got a slight sweetness right now is what I'm getting from it. So let it continue to do its thing, because this doesn't have vanilla or nothing like that in it. So it's not going to have a lot of sweetness in it, but it's going to be very florally. This is definitely giving me spring vibes, like spring going into summer vibes. Yeah. Let's let that continue to dry down. But right now, I'm loving that floral, fresh, and bright aroma that is producing right now. So right now, it's a love, but let's see what it continues to do. All right. This red door, I hauled with you guys last time. I have yet to burst this open, so we're going to go ahead and do first impressions on here. I picked up that other one, and I said, you know what? Let's just go ahead and see what this one is giving. Because Elizabeth Arden Red Door is like an iconic scent that's been around since like the 80s. Like the late 80s or whatever. But this is what this one looks like. It looks like a red door, like it says. It's supposed to be like your oriental floral scent. It's smelling beautiful off the top. It's supposed to be inspired by this famous spa. But like I said, this thing came out in 89, you guys. 89. Let me tell you the notes. It has Lily of the Valley, Freesia, Wild Violets, Red Rose, Moroccan Orange Flower, Jasmine, Ylang Ylang, Honey, Oak Moss, Sandalwood. And when you look on Fragrantica, they got like a whole bunch of other notes on there, you guys. They have rose, plum, orange blossom, violet, peach, anise. Just in the top notes, they have carnation, honey, rose, tuberose, ylang ylang, jasmine, lily, freesia, lily of the valley, and orchid, sandalwood, amber, benzoin, musk, heliotrope, vetiver, and cedar. And they calling it a melting pot of scents. What I'm getting in here is florals. I'm getting the red and the white florals. It's a mixture of the two, and I'm getting some sweetness, and I'm getting some powderiness. Yes, this is a rich floral sweetness. This is definitely like a date night scent. I would recommend this for. Yeah, and it's definitely appropriate for fall, winter, spring wear, I would say. And summer nights, like I said, a date night scent. This smells romantic. It smells nice and sweet and florally. I can see why this one is still a iconic scent even till this day. Because it does not smell dated, you guys. It's not giving me dated. It just smells beautiful, feminine, romantic. Is what this one is giving me so far. So let this continue to dry down, and we're going to come back to it. So let's go back through these real quick to see what we think about them. See if anything has changed regarding our feelings. So this one was that Balinese coconut. Yeah, I'm still loving on that. So that's still a hit for me. All right. Let's go to this Marshmallow Fluff from the Sugar Societies. This has a little bit more creaminess to it, a little bit more warmth, but it's still giving me that powdered sugar marshmallow goodness. It just has a little warmth, a little more warmth to it now, a little more creaminess about it. So this is a love, actually. I'm kind of appreciating that they haven't added any fruits to this. So it just gives you that straight up marshmallow powdered sugar scent with a little depth about it. Not too much depth, but just a little bit, just to give it some balance. So this one is a love. I really highly recommend that one. Dubai Chocolate. This, it had a little brightness in the beginning with the pistachio, with some of the chocolate, but now I'm getting more of the creaminess. Yeah, the pistachio is still there, but I'm getting more creaminess with the chocolate and more of that tonka. Yeah, this is nice. This is that warm pistachio, dark chocolate. Not too sweet, but it has some sweetness about it, and it's very creamy. Very creamy, warm, alluring. This is a love. This is going to be able, this is another one that's going to layer with a lot of different things and do beautifully. All right, Prosecco. This blueberry jam Prosecco from the Good Scent. All right, so the refreshing citrus that was predominant in here has toned down. The jasmine in here has toned down too. It's still there, but it has toned down. Right now, I'm getting some of the berries. I'm getting light jasmine scent along with some warmth and some slight creaminess. This is beautiful. This is a nice, refreshing scent for the spring for sure. And I think this will go very well into the summertime as well. That's a nice one. That one is not giving too much of a sweetness. So don't expect sweetness from that one at all. It's nice and refreshing, berry, and some slight creaminess with that floral of the jasmine for sure. All right, so Laura Mercier Almond Coconut. This is still giving you that almond coconut blend with some muskiness and that heliotrope. It's staying consistent to what it was before. It's not doing too much of a change right at the moment. I can see some people feeling like, because it kind of gives me more of that almond extract. If you bake a lot, you know, you have the different extracts. It's giving me a little bit more of the almond extract kind of scent, but I love that scent. I love putting that in like pound cakes or different things like that, because that smell, that aroma that it gives is beautiful. So it's just imagine like the almond and the coconut extract, like blend it together, and then they threw in some musk with the heliotrope scent. That's what this is giving me. It's not too sweet. It's just giving me that perfect blend of the almond and the coconut with some muskiness. It's light creaminess is what this is giving. So that is the almond coconut from Laura Mercier. Fifth Avenue Love. Yeah, the gardenia in here, the pear is still there. Some of the citrus element is gone. So the pear is still very much there, along with that peony and gardenia. It's just a nice blend of the florals with that pear and some muskiness is what I'm getting from this. So this is definitely springtime appropriate. It's more for your floral lovers. Not too much of a fruit, even though that pear note is in there, but it's just adding more to that freshness with a slight sweetness, and then it's mostly those florals. So you got to love the peony, the freesia, the gardenia, the orange blossom. But the orange blossom note isn't in there too strong. I'm mostly getting a peony and I'm getting a gardenia blend in there. But it's definitely those white florals blending together, creating that scent with some muskiness, and that pear note just giving it some freshness for sure. All right, and Red Door. This is gorgeous. This is so beautiful. That ylang ylang mixed with the rose and the jasmine in here is gorgeous. It has some creaminess. It has some sweetness from that honey. This is definitely sophistication. This is definitely romantic. This is definitely date night, evening wear. It has some warmth about it. It has some powderiness about it. It's very sensual, you guys. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I can see why this is iconic scent. This is gorgeous. I'm loving this. This is probably going to end up on my tray. I'm probably going to end up having love on my tray. We're going to see. We're going to see as I pull throughout my collection and then some of the other new perfumes that I want to test out. We have things from the other hauls that I did, like my Juliana Perfumes haul that I just uploaded for you guys, that dual brand haul. The last couple of dual brand hauls I did. We got that Bombshell Bouquet from Victoria's Secret that was just released that I want to play with. So it's quite a few fragrances that I want to play with. So we're going to be adding some of those to my April tray. So be sure you're subscribed to the channel. Stay tuned of me uploading my, what is it? I have my testing some of my new perfumes coming up soon. Some of those viral perfumes that I have, I will be sharing some of those in my next video. We need to do my tray recap of my March tray and the last of my layering combinations. The one that I have on today, beautiful, loved it. Then we also have my April tray to do. So you guys, a lot of good content coming. So be sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see the follow-ups to some of these fragrances, because we buy it, but we definitely going to use it. We're going to play with it. We're going to have fun in our collection. We're going to enjoy these fragrances that we've added. And I will be doing a Sephora recommendation video as well as hauling the remaining of the items I picked up during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.